Hey guys, we're going to be doing a toolbox tour today, and you guys have been requesting toolbox tour for a while. Haven't done one because I got a new toolbox. I figured that would be the perfect time to do it, so let's do it. Here's what I'm using all these tools on. Brand new C15, but that's not what you guys are here for. You're here for this. This is technically my cart, at least that's what I call it jokingly. It's a Snap-on 68-inch EPIQ.
We'll put that name to the test.
Yeah, I really like the titles like Epic and Masterclass, but it doesn't have the working top yet. I've got that on order with the rhino lining top. The orange and black, I didn't pick that color, but Dave, our Snap-on guy, gave me a really good deal on it. And to tell you the truth, I really like the orange. So, top drawer, that's going to be probably your most used drawer. So this is how I have it laid out, you can see. And it is deep. So double slides on the top, so it makes it a little harder to open and close, but it's supposed to hold up to 400 pounds, which would basically be two of me. Now here's how I got it laid out. I've got kind of my bigger sockets in the top left, up to 2-inch there. That's actually for installing thermostat seals though. We've got some Torx, inverted Torx, all sorts of junk. We've got most of these deep 1/2-inch impacts, and most of my sockets are 6-point. Those are Sunex actually, and I've had them for about a decade. Got a square drive socket set, actually use those a lot. Then I've got my pliers. Inverted Torx. My favorite. Oh, what about the connecting rod bolts there? What's that? What's that over on the fuel pump there? So then we've got a lot of scrapers. We've got some pliers, snips, and these carbide super scrapers are awesome. Dave actually was selling these too. The larger ones, those are hard to find. I think Amazon does have them currently. I'll put a link, but they're excellent if you've ever used them before. I also use wood chisels a lot as gasket scrapers. They make excellent gasket scrapers also. Not quite as good as the carbide, but I'll usually do the wood scraper and then the carbide one to finish. These parrot style wrenches, notice what I've got them in. These are springs for hoses. The outside, the protective ones to keep their shape. They work great for pliers and wrenches, and they're very inexpensive. Actually, they're free because we have them all over the place. But we've got a 3/4-inch breaker bar, 30-inch handle. We've got a 1/2-inch, 30-inch handle breaker bar. I've had to use that a few times. Speeder handle, still use those occasionally. Right angle impacts, 3/8 drive, both of those. So here's my ratchets. Matco, Snap-on, Snap-on. Snap-on, Snap-on, Matco, Matco, Snap-on. And we got a little oil can guy I found out in the yard, and I figured I'd keep them. And here is a picture of my wife and I, although I'm not going to show you my wife, but that is young Mr. Adeptape there, pre-YouTube channel. Look at that, so full of youthful joy. And getting to our most used sockets, which are our 3/8, we've got metrics towards the top there. These are metric. And then we've got the standard in the red. And I stack my sockets, so the 12 points on the bottom, 6 points on top in the shallows. No real reason to have a deep 12 point. You got quarter-inch drive stuff. And that's pretty much it for that drawer, which is the largest drawer. And then we've got my headlamps. I've got two different style. They're night core, so they're anodized aluminum, rechargeable batteries, very nice. I use headlamps a lot. So this is our second large drawer down. There's 3 full-length drawers. And on the left here, we've got our shallow 1/2-inch impacts. Well, I shouldn't say some. I've got a lot of torque wrenches here. 3/8 drive, most of them. We got a 1/2-inch here. That's a Matco one. We have our straight edges. We've got a 6, an 18, and a 30-inch straight edge. And then my Snap-on. Yeah, we've got an interesting relationship with a Snap-on torque angle. Listen for the beep and where the line is. Wrench, but that one's going to be coming up in a video here. We're going to be doing about that torque wrench. Well, torque wrenches in general. So we've got random little miscellaneous things I'm trying to keep organized here. This is interesting. So it's a hood prop. So the gas strut hood props, when they get weak, you can actually put that on there. It will not damage the rod, but it'll hold it up. 2 different style strippers here. I like this style much better than the other style, the one that's orange and blue. This one does not damage the wiring as much. The auto one over there tends to cut some of the wires I've found. Use it sometimes, but that's the one I like to use the most. We've got 2 injector height gauges. Might be wondering why. Well, I found one and I bought one, so not in that order. These are for inserting wires, mostly through firewalls or bungs, and you just run it through there and then run a wire through. Got a Fluke 87 meter. I've had that meter for 15 years, no problems. We got O-rings, little clips and hose clamps and stuff, and that saves me a lot of time having all those O-rings there all the time. Now this is also a double slide drawer, so it's a little heavier than the one above it. We've got flare nut wrenches, metric wrenches. Most of my wrenches are snap-on. There is a little bit of a mix though. So my ratchet wrenches, which are these guys, also in those hose springs, are Matco and snap-on. We've got snap-on line wrenches, snap-on pretty much all of my normal standard wrenches. And now you notice there's not a lot of crescent wrenches. That's because mostly I use these pliers wrenches, and I like them more than crescent wrenches in general. So getting back to our third down drawer, we have the long-handled, this is a 60-inch Mayhew pry bar, and it actually fits in the drawer. We've got my selfie stick, which most mechanics don't have that, but most mechanics don't have YouTube channels. We've got tap sockets and taps. If you never used these tap sockets before, they're pretty awesome. They'll hold your tap in and it will not fall out because it's both square drive and spring loaded. Or I should say it has a lock spring on it. These little tapper wrenches I just got from the Cornwall guy. They're double-sided, pretty thin. They seem okay quality. Never had a set of thin ones like that, though. Hopefully they hold up, but they seem like they will hold up okay. So this is actually my favorite drawer. This is how it comes from Snap-on. Well, not exactly, but you can arrange the trays how you want, these little dividers, and organize stuff. The drawer is very short. It's probably like 2 inches tall. But you can get a lot of stuff in this small space the way it's organized. So you can see I've got alignment studs there, Zerk fittings. We've got some caps, fittings. I'm not sure what to do with my screwdrivers yet, so I put them there. Feeler gauges of all shapes and sizes. Mostly use the straight and slightly angled one. We've got some deep metric hex. We've got clips, timing pins, cam gear holder. These are peanut cover bolts that I use for lifting the C15 heads because they have such a large head on them. And these are valve cover spacer bolts that I use to put in the peanut covers on C15s. Little custom. And we've got crow's feet, more alignment bolts, heat shrink, battery caps. I keep the battery caps because whenever I disconnect batteries, I put the caps on. Air tool drawer. So we've got, in that little box is an air engraver. The wooden box are burrs. We've got a couple different impacts, needle scaler, some die grinders, an air drill, snap-on air hammer, 3/4 inch impact. That's a proto one. We've got a die grinder. I've got this homemade setup that I made for doing CAC testing that actually uses a paint regulator because I don't know where the shops one is. Hammers, chisels. We've got the Wilton 8-pounder there. Usually when you got to break that out, you're having a bad day. But you can see I haven't used it a ton. Only had it for about a year. Got some dead blows. We've got some alignment punches, big chisels. One thing with these drawers is they slide quickly. I'm not used to that. And knocks all my punches out every time I close them. I got to close them slower. See, in my boots, I've got these little ice cleats that actually rotate around. Those are pretty cool. They give them to us at the shop. So I've got an air vacuum. Use that a lot. All my gauges. Well, not all of them, but that's most of them. Got a little torch. We've got some leather gloves for putting liners in. Got my airlift. Use that all the time. Miscellaneous pliers. I haven't figured out what to do with those yet. Got some lifting links, clevises, hooks for our load leveler, because the one we have, kind of not that good. 6,500 pounds supposedly. And these band filter wrenches are pretty awesome. So they're 1/2 inch drive, and they're really wide. They're really good. If you have a stuck filter, that will take it off. Use your big 1/2 inch drive. Now this is the deepest drawer, and they call it a power drawer because it comes with this slot kind of where you're supposed to put all your impacts. I don't know if I like it yet. So we've got a drill, a 1/2 inch, and a 3/4 inch Milwaukee impact. I don't like how it's organized. The space is wasted, I would say. It does have this power strip. You can plug it in the back of the wall. There's like a little metal raised platform too. I use these big peanut butter powder holders to hold on my JIC fittings. Well, not really fittings, caps and plugs. And it works good for that. It's got a really wide mouth. So I don't know, like I said, what to do with these. So I've been using them to put my chemicals in there. I got to figure something out. But like I said, I only had the toolbox about 2 or 3 weeks, so some organization required. These are my flat files, not files, sanding blocks. We've got some sharpening stones or honing stones. And basically cleaning and gasket prep is what's there. So let's do some destruction of the week. This week's destruction of the week is actually in our shop, and courtesy of, let's just say, if he wouldn't play card games if he was at a casino. He would use 4 dice. And this is out of a D8, which is not a truck apparently. And this is what they call extremely expensive. So this is, now I don't know equipment that well, but I can obviously tell that this is broken. There's supposed to be gears there. Oh, there they are. So this repair is about $100,000 in repair with all this gear failure here. The dozer was not turning, so that's obviously a problem. Let's get back to work here, folks. So this is my toolbox, as I call it. You can see I've got Christmas lights on it. I got my transportation vehicle there. And the Christmas lights are only because it's between Thanksgiving and the 1st of January. Those will be coming down. But these internal lights here will not be. This is what they call an RGB strip. This strip was $10, just how it came. And here's the cool thing. You can set the color, how bright, how dull you want it. You can make it flash, do all sorts of stuff, and it plugs into the wall. Like I said, $10. It comes with 3M tape on the back. Pretty cool. I wish I would have bought that a while ago. It's pretty neat. They're all LEDs too. So I've got some cooking utensils here because this is kind of like my office. Spaghetti today. And I like to use a crock pot because I don't like inconsistently heated food here. Now, these aren't tools, but got my coffee cup, got my Operator Challenge competitor water bottle, my life savings. I was not a competitor in that, but I was there. And this is a Matco 6S with a hutch. And up there, I've got clamps and seals in those boot boxes. That's just paperwork and stuff in there. Now we're getting to tools. We actually have this drawer. We'll start here on the right. So I got some Brillo pads. We've got, not Brillo pads, Scotch-Brite pads. More alignment studs. We've got some big crow's feet. These are some fuel tools and stuff for cats. It's 3400 series, solo clutch, mounting bolts. Oh boy, this drawer is all my fittings and some head bolts and stuff. It's kind of a mess, but I'm not sure what to do with it. This one's also a mess. This toolbox doesn't really get used that much anymore. So it kind of catches all the stuff that obviously I don't use that often. So I should reorganize this drawer, just kind of how it is with the saws and stuff. This had my my taps and dies in it before, other than just these extractors, but I put that in my cart, so that's why that drawer looks empty. We've got some drills. We've got a pipe tap set. That's a cat set, but it's in a Harbor Freight box. I bought the Harbor Freight kit, and then I bought the cat kit, so I kind of mixed and matched them. We've got liner installers for C15 and C12, C13, and a liner puller from Vivier. And we've got some plugs, some long hoses, test hoses with CompuCheck fittings on them, some battery cables, battery jumper cables. You like that cat emblem? That is off the first cat truck. We've got my 3/4 inch torque wrench. I use a gear wrench one because it's shorter than the 3-piece snap-on style one. Extra socks in case my socks get wet. I always keep those at work. That's a actual pliers organizer. And then I have the cheapy type. I have one of these expandable 3/4 inch ones. That's some Milwaukee stuff in there. That's my liner protrusion, height gauge, and a micrometer for measuring the liner shims from Monaco. The height gauge is from Monaco. I believe it's a Fowler micrometer. This drawer, go to this one actually a lot. It's got very large wrenches that I rarely use, but it's got all of my Deutsch and AMSEAL connectors, pins, and sockets, and the crimpers for them. So connector ends, new ones and old reused ones. We've got all these pins, plugs, sockets, and they're called closed barrel crimpers to crimp them. They crimp them in 4 places. And that tool is like $20. The real Deutsch one is like $300. So there you go. Works the same. Fish tape, some big 3/4, some hub nuts, sockets. We've got metric and standard bolts, nuts, washers. Try to keep those because we don't have a bolt bin at work. And this is all measuring stuff. These are liner shims. I've got a lot of these. The old dealership was actually throwing out a bunch, and I kept them. So this is a mess. This is kind of like my junk wrench drawer. It's just got random wrenches in it and stuff. Electrical troubleshooting. We've got leads. We've got up to 2,000 amp amp meter, soldering iron. That's a photo tack. So if you want to read RPMs on anything that rotates, you put a little piece of reflective tape on it, and it'll tell you the RPMs. Good when I used to be a dyno operator for putting on the drive shafts. What else do we got? We've got these little sticky numbers. These are pretty cool. When I was in power gen, we'd use these a lot more, but basically they were 0 through 9, and they peel off and they're sticky. Very interesting. We've got all my sockets that I don't use very often. They were in sets. I might have doubles of a few things, but 3/4, 1/2 inch drive, mostly a couple chrome 3/8. People always ask me why don't I use chrome sockets. You're not supposed to use chrome with impacts, and I use a lot of impacts, so yeah. This used to be air tools. I've got my smoke machine there, and this drawer, I should probably light it on fire. It's so disorganized. I need to get all of my cleaning materials and stuff out of it and organize it better. Brake parts, or brake tooling, sensors, fuel tooling, wires, connectors. We've got some random stuff I don't use very often, like big pipe wrenches and stuff. This is a Israeli made, I believe, dial indicator holder. It is excellent. My buddy Jake had 2 of them, I think, and he sold me this one. It's much nicer than the Fowler one that they send you. So we've got a bottle jack, coolant pressure tester, Cornwell tool thing, and I will leave you with this. All right. Hey, we're already recording. Not sure about my hair. Mustache looking pretty good though.